Good afternoon. Let's try that again. Good afternoon. This is an afternoon for peace, isn't it? This is an afternoon where we don't want violence. We want nonviolence. We want communication that connects with people rather than communication that causes division. Isn't that true? Isn't this a time when we need that? More than ever? Yes. Is this also the time when I get to share on the comments from the second keynote speaker, or is that later? Now? Okay, so anyway, I'm going to be sharing on how to replace aggression with compassion. And I appreciate the comments that have been shared so far, and I resonate with those comments. It's so easy to use blame, shame, guilt, fear, and judgment to distance ourselves from others. And what happens there? Where's the unity that we have when we use those forms in trying to communicate our needs? So in my workshop, we will be using nonviolent communication and how we can apply that at work, at home, with our loved ones, and in our community. And one of the wonderful things about this is that we learn how to respond and not react. That we take time. We were in your second keynote speech here, we were talking about how do we have compassion. Well, one way is by not reacting, but by taking time to determine what is the need that is not met by the feelings, the negative feelings that I'm experiencing. And that requires having compassion with myself. And it requires learning how to be gentle towards myself. And as I learn to have compassion towards myself, then I in turn can offer that towards others as well. Isn't that true? And so in this day where we have iPods in our ears, iPads distracting us, the internet, the TV, music at all time, when do we have time to slow down? When do we have the time to make peace with the God of our understanding? And one beautiful thing about compassionate communication is that we do take this time, but not only to connect with the God of our understanding, but to connect with our fellow man. And that there's a beauty that we can have when we can see anger as an opportunity for communication. That when I can connect with that person's need underneath their anger, I can start creating a bridge with them. Instead of becoming defensive, I become supportive. Instead of confronting them face to face, I come along their side. So in the workshop, we will be taking a look at that. And we will take a look also at some surprises that help us to grow. And one big area for compassion is developing our skill with forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't necessarily forgiving. Some people say, I don't want to forgive. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it's letting go of the hurt. So anyway, if you want to learn how to use emotional verbal Aikido, that when you feel the negative energy coming towards you, wanting to gouge you, how you can allow that to go by and not harming the other person, and then learning how to connect with what you're interacting with at that moment. The anger, the distress, the confusion that another person may have. And also when we are being treated less than we feel that we deserve to be treated. When we're not experiencing the dignity that we know that we're all entitled to, how we can express our needs with compassion and gentleness, that we can say our no as gently as our yes. That we can stand for ourselves without standing against our fellows. That we can feel the enormity of our feelings without being overwhelmed by them. And how we can have compassion as we learn to give voice to who we are. I can't have compassion if I'm not in touch with myself. So if you want to learn more about that, I welcome you to join me. Thank you very much.